Greetings, podcast TWOW listeners.
Greetings, podcast TWOW listeners.
Today we bring you an extra special results session. We've got new jobs. We've got more prestigious jobs today. Before we were sports announcers and infomercial hosts and other such pithy activities. But today we are something much more high class.
We are food critics, specifically candy critics in that regard.
We have spent the last few months carefully analyzing all of the candies you have brought to us, and we have a reason for each for why it is truly repulsive candy with horrible side effects. Allow us to elaborate in a moment.
Well, you see, we both have our respective assistants next to us. I do not know their names. I don't wish to know their names because then I will grow too attached to them and they might die. Anyways, let's take a look at our first candy. And to my assistant, if you could please consume. Wow, it seems their head is glowing, resembling a ghastly jack-o'-lantern. Let me take a look at that wrapper. I think that is a pumpkin pop. And who else would design such a horrible candy? Then Kitten Ruler taking first place with 77.45% average and 18.26% standard deviation. Congrats on another win. Holy heck, you need to stop. Anyways, on to our second place. Malvalor, what do you have to present us today?
Thank you, Tim Marvel, and I will say that it is a great shame I could not bring the next candy in, because this candy, much to my previous assistant's chagrin, and my condolences to her family, of course, this candy that she tried uncontrollably duplicated as soon as midnight struck, flooding her house. This mitosis mint was made by none other than Concray, who got an average of 74.89% with a standard deviation of 26.62.
Congrats to Concray on taking that second place. Now, in third, I think we'll have to take our test subject out to space, because eating this starburst will activate supernovas, decimating constellations. Now, as I would put it in my own original pun, it's truly dastardly. That's right, X-Ray takes third with 74.7% average and 25.56% standard deviation. Congrats on your first prize of the season.
Yes, good job. I'm golf clapping at you very pretentiously. And I also, my assistant is trying to inform me about the next candy on our list, but it appears she cannot because, speak up, I think something is stuck in her mouth. I think, is that an icicle lollipop that's staying perpetually frozen? And is her tongue stuck permanently? This could only be the work of Noah Fail, who got 72.49% with a standard deviation of 20.99.
All right, and I have this big batch of candy here from our fifth place. And there's just this pile of like fruits and vegetables, and there's this one little candy in the middle. Let's have my assistant try that. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary, and I guess try and eat these random fruits that are with the candy. What do you mean you can't taste them? Did you consume a taste bud thief which overpowers other flavors, making previously delicious foods unenjoyable? Is that manufactured by none other than Azimuthal, taking fifth place in our final prize with 71.33% average and 25.87% standard deviation? Congrats!
I've just received word from our producers that we are speaking entirely too slowly and with too much tact, and that we only have a very limited time slot. So shall we speed up for them, Tin Marvel?
Yes, so let's, before we get fired once again, although we're probably going to get fired at the end of the episode anyways. All right, next up we have Noif's DRP with 68.35% average and 25.93% standard deviation.
If you like DRPs, here's another one for you. It's Kitten Rulers, and this one got 67.51% with a standard deviation of 23.14.
And next up is not a DRP, it's Bipede taking the prize cuck spot with 66.34% average and 23.3% standard deviation.
Coming in seventh, it's Izzy with a score of 64.05% and a standard deviation of 23.24.
Truly unfortunate that they keep getting like tucked from the prize zone by like 1 or 2 spots. They're probably getting hidden brain here. Anyways, next up it is another DRP. You thought they were gone. You are wrong. It's Concray's DRP with 60.09% average and 27.81% standard deviation.
And we get a nice long break from the DRPs, starting with World, who got 8th place with 59.50% and a standard deviation of 28.10.
That's right. And next up in ninth, coming out of kind of the average zone, it is Seth with 57.96% average and 22.38% standard deviation.
And next up is Nate, who got 10th place with a score of 57.93% and a standard deviation of 27.57.
In 11th, it's none other than Navy with 57.59% average and 27.75% standard deviation.
Next up in 12th, we've got none other than ACN with a score of 57.24% with a standard deviation of 25.75.
In 13th, I'm not going to say none other than again because we've said that a lot. It's Kitsch with 56.61% average and 30.48% standard deviation.
In 14th, we have our brand new rival who has created another podcast that's supposed to take down our podcast. The problem is that it's only a few seconds. That's right. In 14th, it's 8th. You got a score of 53.89% and a standard deviation of 21.12. Check out the second podcast.
The second podcast. You know who's not running a podcast? It's Toad756 with 52.98% average and 26.58% standard deviation. That's 15th.
You know who should be running a podcast? It's Ian Eastone, who got 16th with 50.73 and a standard deviation of 26.49.
In 17th, it's our round one prizer, Me Like Pie 50 with 50.31% average and 31.09% standard deviation.
Y'all remember Ian Eastone from a moment ago? That's right. Ian Eastone's DRP is here, and it got 50.29% with a standard deviation of 24.44.
Our guest, QuantumWillow, takes 18th with 48.50% average and 32.33% standard deviation.
And ending off the fast safe zone in 19th, we have the Oshawott, who got 45.95% with a standard deviation of 31.70.
All right. And yes, that is the end of the fast, safe, and fast zone. Anyways, we have our peeps. First up, the first matchup that is up is Geeky versus Kuba472. Geeky responded with, wait for it,
black licorice.
Kuba472 responded with, disguised as jawbreakers, steel marbles were distributed, breaking children's teeth. One of these responses got 12.73%, and one of them got 44.63%. This is a tough matchup, y'all. If this result was consolidated to Willow's vote, Geeky would have gotten 3rd or 4th. But unfortunately, the results are not consolidated to Willow's vote. We got like 16 to 20 votes per response. Geeky unfortunately dies. And Kuba472 takes 20th.
All right, let's have a look at our next matchup, folks. Our next matchup has Nahonium Tomapi up against Visuriant. Nahonium said, your body starts smelling like candles making ants, smelling like candies making ants attack you, while Visuriant said, pop boulders replacing the normal fizz are literal flavor explosions. One of these responses got 20.78%, the other 43.94%. And staying alive, making it, it's Visuriant. My condolences to Nahonium.
Yep, Visuriant takes 21st, but who will take 22nd? It's between Legend Finder, who said, this Kit Kat contains cats. Wait, then those Sour Patch Kids. Flushed emoji. Versus Super Yoshi 84, who said, full-size chocolate bars glue mouth shut, muting many trick-or-treaters yapping. One of these responses got 43.43%, and one of them got 22.03%. Making it out of this matchup alive is Legend Finder. Congrats! This was one of my favorite responses of the round. You probably should have placed higher.
All right, for our next matchup, we have none other than Subscribe to Evil Popo up against Random Gamer 123. Evil Popo said garlic gummies emit upset stomachs, giving people mounds of diarrhea. Whereas Random Gamer 123 said the candy is magnetic; it pulls victims towards road signs. One of these
I'm glad you
responses
said
got
EP's response.
one of these responses got 25.94%. The other got 42.56%. And staying alive in 2-3, it's 1-2-3. Random Gamer 123 is alive. Evil Popo isn't, and I bet Evil Popo would feel a lot better if you went and subscribed to their YouTube channel.
Of course, and now we're getting down to the last two matchups. We got GameyFace46 versus Discord Pernia. Gamey said, bootleg warheads when consumed triggers rampage equivalent to dedicated soldiers. While Discord Pernia said, ivory tapes, consuming results in sticky tongues, inconveniently licking lollipops. One of these got 31.45%, and one of them got 41.46%. Making it out of this one alive is... What's 24 times 2 minus 2 is 46? Gamey Face makes it out alive, and we are going to briefly break for a very exciting matchup. It's a three-way, actually. It's Toad756 versus World versus ACN. One of them got 39.77%, one of them got 37.13%, and one of them got 31.58%. The winner is Toad, but it doesn't matter. They're all DRPs. Anyways, continue with our last matchup.
For our final matchup, we have Voodoo Kit Kat, the side you eat first, experiences pain, up against Cursed Candies make hyperbolic sugar highs and crashes a reality. Swagbard said the first response, Zombie Club the second. One of these got 34.15% and the other 39.10%. So, our candy champion, continuing to the next round and playing more amazing podcast TWOWing. Swagbard stays alive. My condolences to Zombie Club. And hold on, I'm getting a phone call real quick. Really? Oh. Cam, I have bad news. I think we just got fired. Our producers say that the only response worthy of the great pretension of the food critic community was the black licorice one, I guess because it was succinct and was the only candy worthy of their consideration. So we're being asked to pack up our stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I think even though we just keep getting fired, even though it's this hard to maintain a job, I feel like it doesn't matter if we stay in the hearts of our fans.
Yes, please consider us carefully the next time you take a bite of a candy that makes your skull glow or floods your house or blows up a constellation. Just think of us.
And, you know, we'll see you soon in another job.
Yep,
Probably.
heck it. I'm going to go kill a peanut.
Oh, nice. Wait, we were saving that for 5A. Hello! Pain. Anyways, I think... Wait, oh, hold on. Geeky is in the chat and wants to be unmuted. Let us get a quick interview. Hello, Geeky. How are you doing? Wait, what? Can you not speak? Oh, your mic.
Would someone like to pretend to be geeky? Okay. Hey, person we've never heard before. Hi, are you geeky?
I'm Geeky. It's me, Geeky.
Hello, geeky. I really liked your response. It did get
Thanks.
us fired.
Oh, well, I think that's your issue because it's really the response that
I have push to talk on. I'm an idiot. I can talk. I just didn't. I'm stupid.
Is that
Willow,
an
we already
imposter?
interviewed you.
What?
That's an imposter. Yeah, Willow, get out of here.
No. I'm the real geeky. Okay, I can prove it to you. I can
Okay, here.
spell geeky.
I muted
Okay.
the fake Geeky.
It's GYQLT.
Yeah, we
Perfect.
got it.
Anyways, how do you feel about your placement?
I'm quite happy with it. I mean, I'm very satisfied. I got 12%. You know, it's better than like 11% or 10%. You know,
I'm gonna be
I
completely
think
honest with you. You were beating out EP's response for the majority of the voting period.
wow. Well, now
Anyways,
I'm disappointed in myself.
continue.
You know,
Alright.
it's. I mean, I was gonna say that it's better than like 11%. I mean, I gave it my best. I gave it my best shot, and you know, whatever your outcome is, at least I know that I tried. Just kidding. I didn't try. That's the point. But let's forget that I said that because that ruins the joke. And no, and now it's awkward. But it's okay. I'm so.
Nothing will be more awkward than the friends we make along the way. Thank you so much, Geeky. Can we get the most pretentious critic in the entire room to come in and say something about like comment on the response? Preferably someone we haven't heard from before. I feel like a teacher.
I think the T from Annie in chat is a yes. Let's. Hi, welcome.
Hi.
What do you think of our the response that got us fired? Do you think it truly has the amount of pretension required for a true food delicacy?
I hate food.
But I
That's all I
think
have to say.
you should become our successor and become a food critic because that's the only requirement is that you despise food with every ounce of your being.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
we were just too positive towards these dastardly food products. Like, just hand them
Right.
your resume, and I bet they'll just accept you on the spot.
Okay, my resume is I'm deathly irradiated, and that's it. Hire me.
All right.
I've
That's
seen
quite
Ratatouille.
the.
I'm pretty sure the guy from Ratatouille was also irradiated, so I think this is going to work out great.
Did you just say ratatouille?
So anyway, while I'm figuring out how to kill a peanut, I think we should probably wrap up for the evening. You've seen us get a job and lose a job. We had a taste of high society. They could basically make a movie about us, or they could make a podcast and call it Podcast TWOW. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed these results and this pre-show. Thank you so much to our guests, and thank you for everyone who voice cameoed in results. We'll see you at the next one, I guess. Any last words, Mint?
No, that's about it. Thank you all so much for tuning in, despite Glico. And yeah, be prepared for us to discuss fandoms for 40 minutes in episode 5A. That's all, folks. Goodbye. See you all soon. Wrap up.